Once upon a time, there lived a kind woodcutter named Tom in a small village surrounded by a dense forest. He was known throughout the village for his gentle nature and his willingness to help others. Tom lived a simple life, spending most of his days cutting wood and tending to his garden. He was content with his life, and he enjoyed spending time alone in the forest. One day, as Tom was walking through the forest, he stumbled upon a small, injured bird lying on the ground. He carefully picked up the bird and examined it, noticing that its wing was broken. Tom knew that he couldn't just leave the bird there to suffer, so he took it home and tended to its injuries. Over the next few weeks, Tom took care of the bird, feeding it and making sure it was comfortable. As the bird's wing healed, Tom grew more and more attached to it. He enjoyed having the bird around, and he found himself talking to it as if it could understand him. One day, as Tom was walking through the forest with the bird perched on his shoulder, he came across a group of children who were lost. The children were frightened and didn't know how to find their way back to the village. Tom immediately offered to help them, and he spent the rest of the day guiding them through the forest and back to their homes. The children were so grateful to Tom for his help that they started coming to visit him regularly. They would bring him treats and spend hours listening to his stories about the forest and the animals that lived there. Tom loved spending time with the children, and he enjoyed teaching them about the importance of taking care of the environment. Any day, as Tom was cutting wood in the forest, he came across a group of men who were illegally chopping down trees. Tom knew that this was harmful to the forest and the animals that lived there, so he confronted the men and convinced them to stop. He explained to them the importance of preserving the forest and the consequences of their actions. The men listened to Tom's words and were convinced by his kindness and sincerity. They stopped cutting down trees and even started helping Tom to preserve the forest. Tom was overjoyed to see how his words and actions had made a positive impact on the environment and the people around him. As time passed, Tom became known as the guardian of the forest. He continued to help animals in need, guide lost travelers, and teach children about the importance of preserving the environment. His kind and gentle nature had touched the hearts of everyone in the village, and they all looked up to him as a role model. In the end, Tom passed away peacefully, surrounded by the forest he had dedicated his life to protecting. The animals of the forest mourned his passing, and the children of the village never forgot the lessons he had taught them. Tom's legacy lived on through the forest and the people whose lives he had touched, and he remained a symbol of kindness, compassion, and love for all.